Alright, hello guys, Senso is here, and today we are going to talk about some basic dungeons. Basically here I'm gonna actually explain to you the dungeons of the game and how they actually work. Don't mind this, I just misclicked that. So I'm gonna talk to you today about the dungeons of the game and the specification of them. First of all, we have the Artifacts dungeons. Okay, the Artifacts dungeons can be found. You can, like, if you press X, or like the button on the top on the bottom left, you can actually only see the domains that drops items for you, like artifacts, level up talents materials, and weapon ascensions materials. First of all, you kind of have the artifacts. In Midsummer Courtyard, you'll find I believe it's the electricity. Yeah, it's all about the electricity. So what you'll give is basically the first one, the set. Each one is also a set, by the way. So each dungeon have their own set, and you'll see that in a second. You can see here in the level 3 of the dungeon, which is hard. It can range to a level 60 sometimes. You need characters at level 60 to actually manage to actually maybe win this. But if you get to adventure rank 30, you can go through with co-op, which is very helpful if you got people who are like really leveled up. As long as you like support character like Barbara, you can help. So basically the first set will be the Thundering Fury, which increase your electrical damage, okay? And when you gather like 4 pieces of it, increase the damage caused by overloaded. Okay, whatever like elemental effect you do on enemies, it will increase it, and also it will give you a cooldown. 1 second only occur every 0.8 seconds. Means like it's the cooldown of this ability before it gives you a cooldown for your main ability is 0.8 seconds. So this effect only happens every 0.8 seconds. Okay, so this is a Thunder Fury set of artifacts. Okay, we have the Thunder Soother, which is all about like the resistance of electricity. If you had a problem with enemies who are like electrical and you want to get the resistance, this actually will be perfect for you. And this goes for a lot of the dungeons. You'll see the same thing in most of the dungeons, okay? Except the 4 set pieces, they'll change. Their effect will change. So you have here the 4 pieces increase damage against enemies affected by electro by 35%. And so it'll give you resistance, it'll help you. Okay, so there's a special one which is like general. This is like the general one. The 2 set will give you 18% extra attack, and the 4 set will increase charge attack rate by 30%. So you need a charged attack to actually get this effect. And if you like keep on going, you'll see you got legendary ones, and you can find the legendary one only of the Thunder and Fury and the Thunder Soother. That's it. You cannot find the legendary ones of this one, the Resolution of Sojourner. I don't even know how to spell it, but you cannot find you cannot find the legendary set of it. So moving on, here, the Valley of Remembrance. You would find, I believe it's the wind. Hold on. Yeah, the animal, which is the wind. As you can see, it's the same. Animal damage bonus 15%. Except the second ability increase swirl damage. Well, swirl damage can occur by like attacking electricity or most of the elements. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. Abundance elemental resistance to the element infused in the swirl by 40% for 10 seconds. So I'm not really sure what it does, but I think it's like, oh, damage over time. I'm not sure. Oh, I did not actually tell about that. I'm so sorry. So, as I said, the second ability of each artifact is different than the other ones, but they all do the same thing at the start if you're actually gonna farm from an artifact place, okay, which is I would like to do. You see here, like the level, it's 2, it's like level 2, but because this is a high dungeon and it needs like characters level 60 almost, which is nuts. It's like a lot. It's a lot. It's very hard to level up your character, especially at this point. And the second one is the Maiden Beloved, and this one I use actually on Barbara. Using elemental skill or burst, increase healing received by all party members by 20% for 10 seconds. So if I use Barbara's skill, it can heal me quicker, and I believe so. Like if I use this, like I receive an extra healing by 10%. So yeah, it heals around 800, which is a lot, and it's very quick too. So that's why I have Barbara on my team, and I give her this. You see, there's actually no resistance to Animal. Animal actually doesn't have a main weakness yet. I'm not sure about it. So that's the thing. Okay, and okay, my bad. The third one is actually all elemental resistance increased by 20%, which is very good for tanks. Incoming elemental damage increases corresponding elemental resistance for 10 seconds can occur. That's a weird one. And then you have of those the legendary. Okay, so just ignore my first point. They are different actually. Here we have I wish they were actually the gladiator, but no. This is for Byro. Okay, this is for Byro. Wait, hold on. 2 pieces set effect by 50%. Ooh. Oh, okay. So it increases. Okay, the Byro actually increases more than actually. And this is a resistance. Okay. This is the defense one, gives you more defense. And this is a 5th one. There's a 4th one, I mean, which is part of this martial artist, which is very, very good. So it increases the normal damage and charge damage at the same time, which is basically like full attack damage. It doesn't matter. But after using an elemental skill, increase normal attack and charge damage by 25% for 8 seconds. And it doesn't have a cooldown. Martial artist is actually very awesome. I love to use it actually. I want to get the 4th set. I don't think I have them. I believe I don't really. Let me check. So you can check the sets here by going to the artifacts and go RB. Yeah, I don't have full sets. All I can get is only 3 sets, and that's it. Jiangling is actually, I call her Lily. She's in 2 sets, and she's using 3, and I need 1 more. Only 1 more, so I can actually use the second effect, which is very good. Like you need it. It gives you tons of damage. So that's it. You find here at the Hidden Palace of Zoe, you find the fire artifacts. Here we have, I guess, the physical damage. Yeah, well, that actually can be really good. After defeated an opponent, increase charge attack by 50% and reduce stamina cost to 0 for 10 seconds, which is nuts. Elemental burst damage is for your ult. If you love using your ult constantly without stopping, this will be perfect. Using elemental burst increase all body members attack by 20% for 12 seconds. This effect cannot stack. Okay, you can only use it once until it's done, and then you can use it again. It doesn't stack up, I guess, or it resets maybe. And this is the Gambler. Increases elemental skill damage by 20%, which is the RT or just the normal skill. Defeated enemy has 100% chance to remove elemental skill cooldown. Wow. Wow. But it can only occur every 15 seconds. Okay. Okay, so every 15 seconds, if you kill an enemy, you get your skill back instantly. Well, if it's over 15 seconds, it's actually very long. I have one of the sets which actually gives me it like at a random number, which is actually it gives me like a free cooldown, insta cooldown, and it's like for 25%. I'm not sure about it. I gotta check it out. We have the Scholar, which give you energy recharge. Energy recharge actually charge your ultimate faster than normal. So whenever you get an orb, you gain a charge for your ultimate, which is the burst elemental attack. And if you want to charge your ultimate faster, I would say go with the energy recharge. I use it on my character, Vinti. It recharges his ult in a matter of seconds. It's a crowd control it's a crowd control burst attack, and I love it. It is very good. Okay. The fourth pieces, when you collect 4 pieces at once, gaining energy gives 3 energy to all party members, which is very good. It means it will spread it all over your parties who have a bow or a catalyst equipment. Oh, okay. So if you get an energy recharge, people who use catalyst book, like the witchers or wizards, and people who use bows are the only ones who actually get the charge, not the people who use the swords. That doesn't work on swords, which sucks, kind of. Yeah, honestly, they kind of suck. And okay, so this is artifact. There's also one down here, Dominion of Gaion, which is for the rock. As you can see, gain a 15% geo damage bonus. The geo is the rocks, and when you collect the full set upon obtaining a crystal created through geo, which is a crystal you get whenever you attack an enemy with a ground character, like characters who use the rocks, you actually drop a crystal. Those crystals, if you pick them up, they give you a shield specific to that elemental enemy. So if that enemy attacks you with the same element, you'll not, it will like be a shield specific for that element. They cannot attack you with that element. Okay, and if you pick it up, okay, create through elemental geo elemental reaction. If you pick it up, all party members gain 35% resistance to that particular element for 10 seconds. Only one form of element risk can be gained in this manner at one time. Okay, so if you have it, if you picked up that crystal of an enemy, all your team will gain that crystal, and it will be 35% resistance extra for 10 seconds. And you can only pick one element to actually use as a shield for 10 seconds, and it gives you that entire like buff. If you picked up any other one, before the 10 seconds ends, you will not like spread it around your party, which is very good if you actually think of like the Geo characters mostly are about defense more than offense actually. Okay, and the second one is retracing set. Increase the shield strength by 35%, and with 4 pieces, while protected by a shield, gain an additional 40% normal and charged attack. This is actually perfect. This is actually perfect. you know, for Noelle, which is the character with a great sword, you can get her easily at first. Okay, increases shield strength by 35%. She used her RT or her elemental skill as a shield. Okay, where protected by a shield, you gain an additional 40% normal and charged attack damage, which is nuts. 40% extra. That's a lot of damage, and that's actually awesome. And here we have like the attack percent extra, you know, how to braver, you know, for pieces increase damage by 30% against enemies with more than 50% HP, which is very perfect against bosses. Heart of Bravery is actually perfect against bosses. It's actually gonna be so helpful. And this one, Archaic Bitra set, is actually gonna be good for characters like Niguni. I'm not sure how to spell her name. I just call her Neen. I call her Nini. That's it. And and here the tracing blade is actually perfect for Noelle. The two Geo characters that I've seen so far, I haven't seen any other Geo characters yet, and it's gonna be perfect for both of them. And that's actually it for the artifacts. Now we're talking about the materials. You have the materials here. These are the weapons materials. Okay, they're separated. You can see, like, I'll show you their part in a few seconds. Okay, so you have this place and this place, two places until now. Those all you can actually get. This is the entire map, so there's no more content, I guess, until you level up more. I'm at level 33 adventure level, and I have not actually been able to open those up. You can see those red marks around the borders, and we have two weapon ascensions, as I said, here, and you have it also here. Okay, and they change daily, so you want to keep an eye on what you want to get. Like if you came here, say I'm actually unable to upgrade this. Wait, I can actually upgrade, never mind, max level. Perfect. So we see here, if you press on details, it will tell you it's Monday and Thursday where you can actually get this. Okay, and on Sunday you can get every single material. You can find it on Sunday, and they are open up for the weekend. It's the perfect time to farm. The weekend is like the perfect time to farm, but you can still see whenever they come up solo. You know, you can get more if they come up alone. But on Sunday, it's the perfect time to farm, actually. That's it for weapon ascensions. And now we have the talent level up materials, which is the same thing. It's no difference. You go to talents, you can level up your talents here. You see, you can level up those talents, and you can see them the same Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. You'll see all of them. It is the same, but the artifacts are the only thing that's more complicated than it is. And one thing you might not know, you can get also artifacts from here. You'll find the battle. I'm not gonna spoil. I don't want to be spoiling this at all, but you'll be battling. There's two bosses, and the first boss will be the Stormtrooper, Stormterror, which is the dragon you'll meet at the first of the game, and then later on you'll meet the big bad wolf. The big bad wolf, who's giving you tons of artifacts. As you may see here, it's nuts. It's nuts how many artifacts you can get from this guy, especially the gladiator artifacts, which is actually very good. Okay, I'm gonna show you the gladiator's artifact. I'm actually using one right now. There it is. So the gladiator artifact, basic attack at 18%. Okay, And if the wielder of this artifact uses a sword, claymore, or Bolerium, increases their normal attack damage by 35%, which is just perfect. It's just perfect. It's actually awesome, especially for like great swords character just like Noel. You see her, she can actually use it, and she'll like use it a lot. There's also more artifacts than we actually talk about, but like they are hidden behind the bosses. You can find them at the bosses. You can like get them. Oh, and also by the way, you have the Leyline Outcorp Blossom of Wealth, which give you gold. And you see it's like the gold cloud. And if you search for where's the blue one, there it is. The blue one actually also gives you it just gives you XP. You have so many bosses, by the way. I forgot to tell you that. But the bosses around the entire map are actually, they drop artifacts too. They can drop gold. They can drop a lot of things. You want to keep an eye out on those guys. And they are worth fighting. Okay. So don't act like they don't exist. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't act like they don't exist. They're actually so hard. They are really hard to fight, but don't act like they don't exist. That's all I'm gonna say. We have also here, I think like they you might not know about until you play the game, but we also have something like those secret ones where you can find them, like here. You can get like special rewards from them. I already finished them, but look at this. They give you like 500 XP. I would say do them. They're very hard, by the way. They're not easy. They're like level 60 enemies and above. They're very hard, but they're worth it. You can find another one here. There isn't one that I haven't done, so I cannot find the one to show you at all. So I'm sorry about that. But that's basically it for this guide about how to get materials, artifacts, how to like. By the way, there's a new event. I don't know if you catch up to it, but it gives you a lot of XP, by the way, too. But it costs like so much for treasure collection. It's nuts. One thing, the reason about the game, the reason they take a long time to actually like work on. They actually rebalance every 8 minutes. They give you one, so they might take too long. The reason is actually very, very important in the game. You can use the stars, but I don't recommend it. You keep the stars for those Genshi, like those wishes. If you got a good characters, I would say use those stars right away. Unless you want like get something very important, you can't wait. It's all about grinding. It's all about grinding. Keep on grinding. You're all good. Don't stop grinding. And that's all I'm gonna say. So keep an eyes out for Sunday. Make sure on Sunday you actually go to those dungeons, because on Sunday they give you most of the things right away. So if that's like the perfect time to actually use all your resin. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how to say it. Resin. Okay, I'll call him resin. And that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. This is a complete guide, and this was Senso, and I'll see you guys next time. Quack out.